Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and the Eclipse DLC has finally released. It is out today on April 19th for the PlayStation 4 and will be coming out for the Xbox One and the PC about 1 month from the day this video has been uploaded. What I want to do here with this video is actually give you guys my very early thoughts and impressions of the DLC, talk about the 4 multiplayer maps, as well as give you guys my general impressions of the Zombies map Zetsubou No Shima. So let's hop into the video. The first map I want to look at today is going to be Spire. This was the map I was most anticipating with the Eclipse DLC, and it did not disappoint. It is fantastic looking. It has this amazing feel, right? We are set in this suborbital airport terminal, and everything looks futuristic. Everything is sleek and smooth and clean, and the map itself plays very well. It has a traditional 3-lane style setup, which is like what we typically see in most Treyarch maps, right? But they did a bit differently with this one. There's a lot of focus on the center of the map from my experience, right? There's, of course, the side path, which is going to be outside above the clouds while running. If you mess up, you're going to fall down to your death. And then there's this other side that you see is a little bit more use in my experience where people try to flank around, but overall the focus of the map is in the center, and it kind of has this standoff kind of a feel, right, where your team's on this side, their team's on the other side, and there's like kind of like this fight in the very middle, because it has that same setup that a lot of Treyarch maps do, where there's essentially two buildings that are kind of facing each other over the central point of the map. Like think of Meltdown back from Black Ops 2, where you think of a plaza back from Black Ops 2, but there's like these buildings that kind of like face the center. It's kind of that kind of a feel, but overall I really like Spire. It played very well in my experience so far, and it looks fantastic. I mean, that's a big part about this DLC. You're going to be hearing me ranting and raving about this the entire video. This DLC is gorgeous. Everything about it just screams polish and beauty to me, and it's fantastic. The next map I want to look at here is going to be Verge. Now, I was highly anticipating this map. I, of course, was more excited for Spire because it looked gorgeous and all the marketing material, but Verge, of course, I was very excited for because it's a remake of a Call of Duty World at War map. This is a remake of Bonsai from World at War, and it is the most unfaithful remake I've ever seen. It's so weird, right? So there's lots of changes. There are so many changes to this map. It has the same layout essentially as Bonsai, but everything is changed in one way or another. The cave has been completely rehauled. The buildings on the one side of the map are completely different. You can't even get inside them for whatever reason. Like those buildings were actually accessible on Bonsai. They are not accessible while playing here on Verge. It's definitely a lot different, but at the same time it's the same because everything's in the right spot pretty much, but it just, they're different. Like certain buildings you can't go into, certain buildings you can get into. It's a very weird remake. There's an entire underwater element as well, which I like. And then of course, once again, they completely revamped the cave. The cave is completely different. Now the map itself, once again, gorgeous. It has a very Borderlands / Mad Max kind of a feel to it. Overall, I enjoyed my time here on this map. Now this particular match you guys are watching, I didn't enjoy that too much because my teammates weren't helping me whatsoever, but I enjoyed Verge. It's a cool looking map. I definitely am looking forward to sharing a lot of this gameplay with you guys in the future, because what I do with this video, I'm just going to go ahead and like give you guys short little couple minute long clips of the maps to kind of show you guys some gameplay, but I'm actually going to show you guys the full gameplay of a lot of this stuff in future videos going down the line. So if you want to see like how that entire game turned out, you were going to see that in a future video. But yeah, Verge, it's a fantastic map. It's a lot like Bonsai. It's the most unfaithful remake I've ever seen, and yeah, it's a pretty cool map. Knockout. Now this map they claimed actually played a bit like Slums from Black Ops 2, and you think about what Slums was like, minus the fact it was, you know, a slum. It was essentially this map where there's a big focus on the center point of the map, right? And this same thing is kind of true of Knockout, although a little bit less focus on the middle and more on trying to flank around in my experience. Now, I can't play like every single game mode and every single map and tell you how all of them play, but I played Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed on Knockout so far, and both times there was this focus on the center of the map, but it wasn't ridiculous, right? It wasn't exactly like Slums. Now, when I picture Slums from Black Ops 2, I picture two teams fighting for control of the center of the map, and once a team does gain control, literally just like aiming down sights at one of the 3 ways they have to try and cross the center point of the map and trying to shoot fish in a barrel until the other team eventually pushes through, right? It's kind of like this game of tug of war, essentially. Knockout did play like that to an extent, but not so much focus on the middle. There's definitely a lot more flanking on this map. There's definitely a lot of more ways for you to get around, which is true of most maps, you know, in Black Ops 3. With the movement system that we have available to us, there's a lot of wall running, there's a lot of trying to get around places, there's a lot of really cool nifty spots for you to get to on this map. Again, beautiful map. This map has some of the best atmosphere, I think, of any map in this DLC. Like, you just walk around, it is gorgeous looking, it sounds amazing, there's a lot of like detail in the ambience of this map, and it's fantastic. It definitely plays the biggest, I would say, though. If I had to pick between, you know, Verge, Spire, Knockout, and Rift, I would say this map plays the biggest, even though I don't think it necessarily is the biggest. Like, if you like get out the measuring stick, I'm pretty sure that Verge is a bigger map, but Knockout plays like a bigger map because there's so many ways to go around. It kind kind of has that like old school feel of Treyarch maps where they make it kind of big, but they kind of like put a bunch of clutter in the middle to kind of make it so it doesn't feel as big, and you kind of like find more engagements around corners and whatnot. It kind of has that feel, so it's not my favorite map of the DLC, but it plays pretty well in my limited experience so far. And just in terms of the atmosphere and the aesthetic, oh man, it is gorgeous, guys. The final map I want to look at here is going to be Rift, the fourth and final map of the Eclipse DLC. This is probably my least favorite of this DLC. They claimed it has lots of forced engagements, and they were absolutely right. This map is about a medium-sized map that's going to be playing like a very small map. There are tons of tight corridors, and every time you have to turn a corner, you never know what's going to be on the other end of that corner, right? You better be ready every time you turn a corner, because there's probably going to be somebody there. Just lots of close quarters situations, lots of close quarters combat fights, and yeah, so it's just, for me personally, I'm not a big fan of that style of a map. Like, if you're going to make a small map, commit to the fact that it's a small map. This is just a medium-sized map that kind of has everything just thrown together, essentially. So you're like turning corners constantly, and there like might be a guy there, might not be a guy there. You never really know, and just it kind of feels like you're playing in a maze. But I think that's of course going to change over time, because as we get more used to the maps, we understand where people come from. Typically, we start getting a feel for where the spawn points are coming from, and you understand the maps a little bit better the more you play on them. So in my limited experience so far, I haven't had a lot of success or fun on Rift, but I can definitely see the potential for it to be a pretty fun map. But also, we're set above a volcano, and I've experienced that volcano firsthand many times. The Zombies map, Zetsubou No Shima. What are my thoughts on Zetsubou No Shima so far? I have very limited experience so far with it. As you guys know, I'm not a zombies guy. I enjoy zombies, but there's people out there who get this stuff done ridiculously quickly. They're already doing the Easter egg. I'm sure there's already a tutorial as to how to do the Easter egg out there on YouTube already and whatnot. I'm not a hardcore zombies fan. I'm a very casual zombies fan. And from my limited experience so far with Zetsubou No Shima, I really love the atmosphere. I love the feeling I get while playing on this map. Now, there's a couple of interesting mechanics. For example, having to get buckets and fill them with this water, which is essentially like a radiated water of Element 115, and using that to power generators to open up the bunker. And like, I like that aspect of it a lot. There's actually a lot of like big changes. It's not go here, turn on the power, oh, grab your juggernaut, oh, you're done with that, oh, now survive. There's a lot of things for you to do. There's lots of stuff happening on this map, which I think is pretty cool. And I definitely get a lot of Call of Duty World at War vibes when I play on this map. It is kind of like the same idea, I suppose, or same feeling, I guess the same atmosphere as Shinonuma from World at War, which is my personal favorite zombies map. It's revolving essentially around this group called Division 9, which apparently is a Japanese group, which is kind of like Group 935, and they're doing experiments with Element 115 on plant life and animals and stuff like that on this map. I will say, though, if you are somebody who's afraid of spiders, you might not want to play on this map, because occasionally, kind of like dog rounds happen in zombies, we have spider rounds on this map, and so there's a lot of spiders on this map. So maybe if you guys don't like spiders or arachnids, then perhaps this wouldn't be the map for you. But in my limited experience so far, I've been enjoying the map. I think it's pretty fun, and actually, like, I'm looking forward to actually playing on that a little bit more than I am going back to the multiplayer maps, because multiplayer is multiplayer, but zombies, like, there is so much to see and so much to do that I really just want to get back on and play. But I figured I should take a break from my play session to actually record this video for you guys, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. I hope you guys can walk away from this video knowing a little bit more about the Eclipse DLC, especially you guys that play on PC or Xbox and maybe don't have access to this DLC so far. It's a fun DLC. I've been enjoying it thoroughly. Again, if I had to rank the maps, I would say Spire is the best, Verge number 2, Knockout number 3, and Rift number 4. And that could, of course, change in time. Let me know in the comments, those of you guys who have played the Eclipse DLC, what do you guys think of the maps? How would you guys rank them? Are you guys enjoying zombies so far? Just let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I would definitely be interested to read about that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.